Hi everyone, it's Myra. So today I'm going to be doing a early Halloween video on the Slit mouth. So let's get started. Wait, oh, terrible intros. Subscribe, like, comment any Halloween suggestions that you have. I know it's really early, but I'm really bored, so if you want to know how to get this look, keep watching. I was gonna leave this for Halloween time, but probably I'm gonna get too lazy by then, and so I'll probably forget. So ignore the X's underneath my eyes. I did clown makeup just a little bit ago, and so I wiped off the mouth and the nose. So I decided just to do, oh, we'll record it because I have a camcorder and I have a lot of time and space. Okay, so first thing that you would typically do is you would use spirit gum. So what that is, it's an adhesive. You can usually find it at Party City or Halloween City, whatever, or any Halloween store around you. I'm not going to use it today because it gives me a really bad reaction on my skin. So what you do is you apply it on wet and you wait a little bit and tap it until it's tacky. So that's going to help to adhere the wax that you're going to be using. Or is it wax? Yeah, okay, just making sure it's wax. So it's a little bit harder for me to make wax adhere to my face because I can't use spirit wax, so this takes me a little bit of time. It's definitely going to be a little bit easier for you. So the type of wax that I'm going to be using is from Graftobian. It's this here. I got it on Amazon, and I believe it was either $16. It may have been more, but you don't necessarily have to buy this because, you know, I do makeup a lot, so I bought a big batch of it. You could even find this at Party City, not Graftobian brand, but Party City brand. So this is what the inside looks like. This one is flesh color. This just helps me to blend out the makeup a little bit more. So I probably should have did what you need, but I also have this petroleum jelly. This is going to really help to keep your hands from sticking to the wax and it kind of sticking to you. So let me grab my tools. You could even use makeup remover as long as it has like an oil in it. So I'm going to take my makeup removing wipes to keep my hands damp as well. So I'm just going to set this out, and then I'm also going to be using the makeup remover wipes to remove any excess that I don't need. Okay, so I'm going to be taking a spatula such as this, and I'm going to be scooping out just a small amount, well, not necessarily a small amount of wax, but a pretty okay amount of wax. So about like that much wax. It's not really a lot. Let me bring my makeup or my mirror closer to me so it's going to make it easier for me to see what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm just going to take a small amount of petroleum jelly on my fingers, roll it together, and then I'm going to take the wax and I'm going to start to form it into a cylinder almost, so that way, you know, the cut's a little bit long. So just rolling it through, especially when you use the petroleum jelly, it makes it a little bit harder to stick on your face. That's why the spirit gum really comes into handy. So I'm kind of just like smoothing it out long enough. So this is about an inch, maybe 2 inches long. And I'm going to start placing it on my face. Well, first I'm going to flatten it and then place it on my face. So I'm going to be taking the spatula and I'm going to smooth everything out and kind of stick it to my face for a little. I think I'm going to cut it down a little bit because I'm going to have to spread it out. So I cut it down about halfway. So I'm just going to take more petroleum jelly on my fingers and I'm going to help to smooth out and blend it out. And this takes a little bit of time, so you just have to work it in and work it out as much as you want to get it as blended as you need it to be. So you kind of want like a little bump where the cut's gonna be. I got wax in my mouth, sorry. You don't want it to be too thin there. So that way when you're cutting it into it, it doesn't, you know, take too much off. Or thin this area out a little bit. I'm just gonna take my spatula and I'm gonna scrape the surface because I want to smooth it out a little bit, but I applied too much and I want it to be a little bit thinner and a little bit more blended. Now typically, and by typically I mean all the time, I don't do a lot of talking when I'm doing this, so they don't make the lines and the creases of where my mouth naturally do. And also I do take a long time to blend everything out for it to be seamless, but since I'm just doing this for a video and not necessarily photos or anything, I'm just going to do it quickly just to demonstrate it and so you can get the idea. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the makeup wipe and kind of just patting off the excess oil so it's not shiny. And see where it's swollen, or well, not necessarily swollen, but where it's larger on my face, that's where I'm going to be making the incision.
Oh, can we watch the other movie?
Okay, go ahead and change the channel. Okay, so to help blend it into my actual skin tone, I'm going to be taking some of my concealer. You could use grease paint, liquid paint. I'm just going to be using my concealer because it's what I have on me right now. And I'm going to just brush that over the area and blend it in with my fingers. I'm going to apply concealer around the area too because I don't have any makeup on right now except for my eyes. So to help blend the color a little more. Okay, now press circle. Okay, and once you make sure everything is nice and blended to your standards, you're gonna want to take some translucent powder and set everything so it isn't shiny. I'm just using my little sample of the Tarte Smooth Operator. And now I'm going to be taking a sharp tool. I'm going to be using one of my clay carvings. And I'm just going to basically cut the ones. spatula tool, and I'm gonna scoop a little bit out. And then I'm just gonna place that right into the cup.
We about to turn it on.
I just like to pose with knives and whatever in the cut to make it look more real, such as this one. Thank you for watching.